In a time long past, when the sun dipped low in the sky and shadows pirouetted along the dusty roads of Galilee, a quiet shift stirred in the spiritual tapestry of the land. The air was thick with the aroma of ripening wheat, mingling with the soft murmurs of ancient prophecies. It felt electric, a subtle suggestion that the heavens were alive, awakening. The villagers felt a flicker in their hearts, an echo of an unfulfilled promise that whispered to them in a language only they could understand. In this charged atmosphere lived a modest carpenter named Eliav. By day, he shaped rough timber into sturdy beams and intricate pieces. Yet at night, he roamed through vivid dreams. He often found himself baptized in light, with ethereal figures swirling gracefully through unimaginable paths, their laughter merging with the whispers of the divine winds. Yet, amidst these wonders, there hung a silence, an unanswered call that settled heavily within him. One fateful morning, as the first light of dawn caressed the horizon, Eliav felt an irresistible impulse to journey to a nearby mountaintop known as the Hill of Faith. Ascending the trail, he noticed wildflowers defying despair, their vibrant colors standing in stark contrast against the desolate stones. At the summit, he paused, enveloped by a sanctuary that opened wide before him. While immersed in contemplation, an otherworldly glow enfolded him, pulsing through his very being. From this divine light emerged a seraph, its presence radiant and imbued with celestial grace. Eliav, it intoned, not through words, but with a melody that resonated within his spirit. Your heart is troubled, for within you brews the divine's calling. You have been chosen for a purpose that unites heaven and earth. Eliav trembled as the weight of the seraph's words seeped deep into his soul. "What is this calling, O radiant messenger?" he implored, his voice barely a whisper, laced with awe and fear. "Fear not the trembling of your heart," replied the seraph, as the light around them intensified. "God wishes to weave your life into the grand tapestry of creation. You will encounter the lost, and through your hands, the blind will see, the broken will be restored. In those shivering in the shadows will find solace." In that moment, a warm anointing descended upon Eliav, igniting a fire within his spirit that burned brightly with conviction. "I shall go forth," he declared, emboldened by the divine presence surrounding him. "For I yearn to reveal these wonders to the world." And thus began Eliav's sacred journey, a path rich with sacrifice and spirit. Day after day, he wandered through the villages, sharing tales of compassion and miracles while performing acts that left onlookers in awe. One evening, a woman burdened by years of suffering approached him, tears streaming down her weathered face. "I have lost all hope," she whispered, her voice trembling. Eliav, brimming with compassion, took her quaking hands in his, praying fervently for God's grace to manifest. As he spoke the words, the air shimmered, and a warm light enveloped them both. In that instant, she was healed. Not just in body, but in spirit, laughter erupting from her lips and cascading across the starlit sky. The news of Eliav's miracles spread like wildfire throughout the land, but shadows of doubt trailed closely behind. His faith was challenged, his resolve put to the test by murmurs of skepticism. Yet the seraph's words echoed in his mind like a soothing balm. "Be steadfast, for the road stretches beyond veils of dust and shadow. Trust in the cadence of the divine." The days melted into seasons, yet still Eliav walked the narrow road of faith, cultivating a community born of love and hope. Together, they witnessed the corpses of despair rise anew, and cries for redemption transform into hymns of praise. In their gatherings, the bonds of fellowship strengthened, and the flicker of anticipation burgeoned into a blaze that illuminated heart and hearth. As Eliav ventured into the twilight of his life, he felt the divine call resurface. An invitation to return to the hill of faith. Climbing the path he knew so well, memories unfurled within him like blossoms greeting the dawn. Upon reaching the summit, he sat beneath a canopy of stars, the gentle wind whispering promises of eternity. Then, as if drawn by an unseen force, the seraph returned. Its wings shimmered in a symphony of light. "You have been faithful, Eliav," it proclaimed, its voice ringing with joy. "You have woven threads of grace into the lives of many. Your purpose has fulfilled the whisperings of heaven." In that sacred moment, Eliav understood. The true miracle was not merely the acts of healing or the gathering of faith. It was the love that flourished in sacrifice, the journey toward a divine purpose. As the light swirled around him, Eliav raised his hands toward the heavens in peaceful surrender. A legacy of faith burning ever brightly against the backdrop of unseen glories all around. With a heart overflowing with gratitude, he stepped into the embrace of the light, leaving behind a world forever changed by the faith he chose to share. The air remained charged with spirit, a promise that the divine whispers would echo through the ages, beckoning souls to seek, to believe, and to steadfastly hold onto the unfathomable love of God.